The massive fortune of King Charles III. The British monarchy has captivated the world. Not only the monarchy of the United Kingdom, but people all over the world are fascinated by the castles and jewels owned by kings and queens, but their monetary value can be staggering. In terms of the British monarchy, the latest report has revealed King Charles III's personal net worth, which is now public. According to the Sunday Times Rich List, King Charles is much wealthier than his mother, the late Queen Elizabeth II. What? You don't mean it. With a fortune of over £600 million, an increase from the late Queen's estimated £370 million fortune the previous year. The wealth of the king will surpass that of most top British celebrities like Sir Elton John, Victoria, and David Beckham. One of the monarch's former aides disclosed how the 74-year-old rebuilt his finances after his multi-million-pound divorce from Princess Diana in the 1990s, according to UK-based media publications. Now let's delve deeper into how King Charles III made his fortune. According to some UK-based media outlets, King Charles increased the Duchy of Cornwall's annual income by 42.6% between 2011 and 2012. The sum is now £25.4 million. According to Express, the former advisor stated that Charles was tucking away some money from the duchy. However, the exact amount has never been disclosed, though it has been described as several tens of millions. King Charles also owns the Crown Estate, a company with a £15.6 billion royal fortune that cannot be sold because it is not a member of the royal family. According to royal author Robert Hardman, as stated by The Mirror, a lot of people do get confused about the royal finances, wrongfully thinking that the royal family personally owns the Crown Estate and the duchies. King Charles's inheritance from Queen Elizabeth is truly going to blow our minds. We will come back to his inheritance soon in this video. The king also launched his Duchy Originals line more than 30 years ago, releasing goods from his Highgrove House estate that were initially sold through Harrods in Fortnum and Mason, before being made available in Waitrose. His line later expanded to include biscuits, beer, herbal medicine, and garden tools. Before embarking on a comparable initiative in Cornwall, King Charles established a sustainable development in Dorset. According to the Times, the duchy enhanced its revenue during this time by renting out commercial assets in Cornwall, Milton Keynes, and London. In all honesty, Hardman continued, their financial arrangements aren't as complex as those of many royal families and rulers in other countries, which are often far more opaque. Our monarchy is not as wealthy as many people imagine. I don't believe the king is a billionaire. King Charles III's royal inheritance. After his mother's death, a formal coronation ceremony will take place at Westminster Abbey. King Charles III not only assumes the position for which he had been practicing his entire life, but he also inherited a priceless collection of real estate, diamonds, some stolen and some questionable, artwork, heirlooms, and money. Blue-chip stock market shares and bonds comprised a sizable percentage of the late Queen's substantial financial holdings, which is estimated to be worth over £100 million. Because Prince Philip's will was not made public, it is unclear how much money the prince left to Charles. Almost 30 other senior royals' sealed wills, who died since 1910, were preserved in the same London safe as Queen Elizabeth's. King Charles also most certainly inherited the Queen Mother's £70 million inheritance, which transferred to the Queen when she died. As we learn about King Charles's personal fortune, we should also study about the firm, also known as Monarchy plc, which operates independently of King Charles. The royal firm is not King Charles' personal money, but according to Forbes, the firm has approximately $28 billion in assets. The report was published at the time of the Queen's death. The Crown Estate, Buckingham Palace, Kensington Palace, the Duchy of Cornwall, the Duchy of Lancaster, and the Crown Estate of Scotland are all members of the firm. These resources are used by King Charles to carry out his obligations as a king, but he is not authorized to sell them because they belong to the crown and will be transferred to Prince William when he succeeds him as king, and so on. However, the sovereign grant is a system by which the royals receive a personal percentage of the firm's assets' profits. Did you know that with all the millions of pounds inherited, the king does not have to pay any form of inheritance tax?
Huh?
You can call it tax-free inheritance. However, this comes under huge criticism by the Brits, as English law levies a 40% inheritance tax on amounts exceeding £325,000. Charles has been granted an exemption as a result of a deal struck 3 decades ago by the now-deceased Queen, who agreed to be taxed in the highest income bracket in exchange for her family being granted an inheritance tax exemption. What do you think about this? Tell us in the comments section. It's clear that a big majority of the public thinks that the king should pay inheritance tax on private fortunes he has just inherited, Robert Palmer of Tax Justice UK said to the Daily Mail. King Charles III is estimated to inherit a net worth of $600 million, inheriting the nearly $28 billion in assets belonging to the Crown Estate, plus Buckingham Palace, the Duchy of Lancaster, the Duchy of Cornwall, Kensington Palace, and the Crown Estate Scotland after the death of his mother. That will be all for now in this video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to enjoy informative content like this one. Check out our next video right here.